Hello guys! Welcome to Sissygram Genderbender Stories on YouTube. Today, I am bringing you a brand new genderbender story. If you like my voice, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Now, let's start the story. Alina lay in her hospital bed, her frail body dwarfed by the machines that surrounded her, constantly beeping and humming. Outside, she watched the vibrant autumn leaves fluttering in the wind, a striking contrast to the pale, withered hands she held in her lap. The air that slipped through the cracked window carried a scent of change, signaling both endings and new beginnings. Her thoughts wandered, as they often did, to a time long ago, one that felt both like yesterday and a lifetime ago. She closed her eyes, letting the memories wash over her like a gentle tide. It was 1953, and the world felt entirely different. Alina could clearly recall the day that everything changed. At that time, she had been known as Arthur, a young man struggling with a sense of identity that didn't align with the body he inhabited. The constant ache of dysphoria was a shadow that followed him everywhere. On that fateful day, Arthur had been walking through the park with his best friend, Maxim, sharing their deepest struggles and dreams. The rigid expectations of 1950s masculinity had always made them feel out of place. As they talked about the lives they wished they could live, something extraordinary happened. A blinding light surrounded them, and when it finally faded, they found themselves in new, unfamiliar bodies. Arthur had become Alina, and Maxim had transformed into Anna. It was as though their deepest desires had been granted in an instant. Alina's reverie was interrupted by a soft knock at the door. She opened her eyes and saw Anna, her lifelong friend and confidant, entering the room. Even at 75, Anna's eyes still sparkled with that same mischievous glint from their youth. "How are you feeling today, dear?" Anna asked, sitting beside her. Her voice, though raspy with age, still carried the warmth that had always comforted Alina. Alina offered a faint smile. "Oh, you know, the usual. These old bones aren't what they used to be." Anna gently took Alina's hand, her touch as familiar and soothing as it had been when they first realized they weren't alone in their strange new reality back in 1953. "Do you remember that day?" Alina whispered, barely above a breath. "When everything changed." Anna's eyes softened with nostalgia. "How could I forget? It was the day our lives truly began." Both women let their minds drift back to that pivotal moment. The park had been busy that summer afternoon, families picnicking, children playing, and couples strolling arm in arm. Arthur and Maxim had found a secluded bench away from judgmental eyes, sharing their innermost feelings. "Sometimes I feel like I'm suffocating," Arthur had confided, his voice thick with emotion, "like I am wearing a costume I can't take off." Maxim, understanding perfectly, had nodded. "I know exactly what you mean. It's like living behind a mask, always pretending to be someone you're not." As Maxim spoke those words, the world around them seemed to freeze, replaced by an eerie silence. A figure appeared before them, bathed in golden light. "Your prayers have been heard," the figure said, its voice neither male nor female, but both at once. "You have been chosen for a great purpose." Before they could react, the light enveloped them entirely. When it faded, Arthur and Maxim were gone, replaced by two young women, disoriented and confused. Alina blinked, her hands delicate and smaller than before. Her chest felt unfamiliar, heavy in a way she hadn't experienced before. Beside her, Anna had a similar reaction, running her hands over her body. What happened?" she asked, her voice softer and higher than Maxim's had ever been. The angelic figure returned, its expression serene. "You have been given a second chance at life. Inch the bodies you were always meant to inhabit. Alina, you now possess the soul of a woman who passed from this world just moments ago." "Anna, You are now her cousin, here to guide her through this transition. The angel explained their new identities and the lives they would lead. Alina was overwhelmed with emotions, joy, fear, excitement, and anxiety all at once. "But why us?" she asked, her new voice still foreign to her ears. The angel smiled enigmatically. "Your hearts are pure, your intentions noble. You will use this gift to bring love and understanding to a world that desperately needs it. Raise your daughters well, and always remember the blessing you have been given." With those words, the angel disappeared, leaving Alina and Anna to navigate their new reality. The days that followed were filled with adjustment and discovery. They found themselves in a modest home in a quiet suburb, now responsible for 2 young girls, Sarah, 8 years old, and Maya, 6. The girls accepted their new mothers without question, as if it had always been this way. Alina marveled at how easily she embraced her new role, from cooking meals to braiding hair and soothing scraped knees. For the first time in her life, she found fulfillment in motherhood. Anna adapted quickly as well, finding work as a secretary at a local law firm and handling the challenges of being a working woman in the 1950s with grace and determination. Over the years, both women watched their daughters grow into strong, independent women, navigating the ups and downs of adolescence together, from first crushes to broken hearts, all while facing the tumultuous changes of the 1960s and 70s. Through it all, Alina and Anna never forgot the incredible gift they had been given, cherishing every moment, even the difficult ones. Now, lying in her hospital bed, Alina reflected on her life with a mix of comfort and sadness. Though her life had been long and full, time and illness had taken their toll. She turned to Anna, squeezing her hand. "We've had quite the adventure, haven't we?" Anna nodded, her eyes misting with unshed tears. "That we have, my dear, that we have." A silence fell between them, only broken by the beeping of the heart monitor. Alina thought of all the challenges they had faced, challenges they might never have encountered had they stayed in their original bodies. She remembered the first time she had noticed something was wrong. Abdominal pain in the late 1980s, leading to a diagnosis of ovarian cysts. The complexities of the female body had been a constant reminder of the new life she now led. Over the years, there had been other health issues unique to being a woman: mammograms, hormone fluctuations, menopause. But despite these trials, neither Alina nor Anna ever regretted their transformation. "Do you ever wonder?" Alina asked, her voice quiet, "what our lives would have been like if we hadn't changed that day?" Anna paused, thinking. "Sometimes," she admitted, "but then I think of Sarah and Maya, of all the love and joy we've experienced, and I know we made the right choice." Alina smiled faintly. "They've grown into such wonderful women. I'm so proud of them." As if on cue, there was another knock at the door, and Sarah and Maya entered, their faces filled with concern and love. They had inherited Alina's warmth and Anna's strength, growing into compassionate, successful adults. Sarah leaned down to kiss Alina on the cheek. "How are you feeling, Mom?" "I'm all right, sweetheart," Alina said. "Just reminiscing with your Aunt Anna about the old days." Maya pulled up a chair on the other side of the bed. "Tell us a story, Mom. One of your adventures from when we were little." Alina exchanged a knowing look with Anna. There were countless stories to share, some secrets they could never fully reveal, but plenty of tales filled with joy and laughter. As Alina began to recount one of their favorite road trips to the Grand Canyon, Anna chimed in with her own memories of a car breaking down in the middle of nowhere and their impromptu camping adventure. As they laughed and shared memories, Alina felt a profound sense of gratitude. Despite the pain and uncertainty she faced now, she wouldn't trade her life for anything. The afternoon passed with more stories, laughter, and tears. When the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the room, Alina felt a wave of fatigue wash over her. "I think I need to rest for a bit," she said, her voice growing weaker. Sarah and Maya kissed her goodbye, promising to return in the morning. Anna lingered, reluctant to leave. Alina smiled. Go on home, dear. I'll be fine. You need your beauty sleep. Anna laughed softly, her humor shining through. At our age, I think that ship has sailed. After one last squeeze of Alina's hand, Anna left, leaving Alina alone with her thoughts. As night fell, Alina reflected on the incredible journey of her life, from a young man struggling with his identity to a woman who had experienced motherhood, grandmotherhood, and now the final chapter of her days. Her life had been filled with more love and joy than she ever imagined. She thought of the angels' words from so long ago. Had they fulfilled the purpose they were given? She liked to think they had. They had raised two wonderful daughters, been pillars of their community, and lived lives full of kindness and compassion. As Alina drifted off to sleep, she felt a sense of peace settle over her. Whatever came next, whether it was recovery or the final journey, she was ready. She had lived her truth, loved deeply, and made a difference in the world. The next morning, Alina awoke to find her room bathed in soft golden light. At first, she thought it was just the sunrise, but as her eyes adjusted, she saw that the light was coming from a familiar figure standing at the foot of her bed. It was the angel, just as it had been all those years ago. Hello, Alina. It's time, the angel said. Alina felt no fear, only a sense of completion. I understand, she said, her voice stronger than it had been in weeks. I'm ready. As the angel extended its hand, Alina glanced one last time around her room. Her gaze fell on a family portrait on the bedside table. 4 generations of strong, beautiful women. With a final contented sigh, Alina took the angel's hand. As the golden light enveloped her, she felt the years fall away. The pain that had been her constant companion vanish, replaced by a lightness and joy she had not known in years. Alina's spirit rose, leaving behind her frail body. In the window, she glimpsed her reflection, not the elderly woman she had become, but the vibrant young Alina of 1953, the woman she had always been meant to be. With a final, grateful thought for the life she had lived and the love she had known, Alina let go, ready for whatever new adventure awaited her beyond. In the quiet hospital room, the machines fell silent. The first rays of dawn streamed through the window, illuminating Alina's peaceful face. Her journey in this world had ended, but the legacy of love and acceptance she had created would live on through the generations she had nurtured. Later that morning, Anna arrived at the hospital to find Sarah and Maya already there, holding each other as they came to terms with Alina's passing. Anna felt a mixture of grief for her loss, gratitude for the life they shared, and a strange sense of completion. In the days that followed, as preparations for Alina's funeral began, Anna found herself sharing stories of their early days together. She edited certain details, of course, but she wanted Sarah and Maya to know just how special their mother had been. Your mother was the bravest person I've ever known, Anna told them one evening as they looked through old photographs. She taught me what it truly means to live authentically, to embrace who you are without apology. Sarah, her eyes glistening with tears, asked, "What do you mean, Aunt Anna?" Anna took a deep breath, carefully choosing her words. Your mother and I didn't always have an easy path. We faced challenges many couldn't understand, but Alina never wavered in her kindness, strength, or love for you girls. Maya, reaching out to take Anna's hand, said, "We always knew there was something special about you two. The way you supported each other, the deep understanding you shared. It was more than just being cousins, wasn't it?" Anna nodded, her throat tight with emotion. Alina and I shared a bond that's hard to explain. We helped each other become the women we were always meant to be. As Anna spoke, a weight lifted from her shoulders. She hadn't revealed everything, but she had honored Alina's memory and their extraordinary journey. On the day of Alina's funeral, the sky was clear and the sun shone brightly, just the way Alina would have loved it. The church was filled with family, friends, and community members who had been touched by Alina's life. Anna stood to deliver the eulogy, looking out at the sea of faces, feeling a wave of love and pride. "This is the family we built," she began, her voice strong despite the grief. Alina was many things to many people: a loving mother, a doting grandmother, a trusted friend, but to me, she was something more. Alina was a beacon of hope, a living testament to the power of living as truth. As Anna spoke of Alina's kindness, strength, and love, heads nodded in agreement. Alina had touched so many lives in countless ways. She showed us that it's never too late to become who you were always meant to be. Anna concluded, her voice thick with emotion. She taught us that love, in all its forms, is the most powerful force in the universe, and though she's no longer with us in body, her spirit lives on in each of us who were fortunate enough to know and love her. As Anna returned to her seat, she felt a gentle warmth surround her, as though Alina's spirit were there, wrapping her in one last embrace. Closing her eyes, Anna let the tears fall freely. In the days and weeks that followed, Anna found herself reflecting more and more on the incredible journey she and Alina had shared. One day, as she was going through Alina's belongings, she found a journal hidden in a drawer. Opening it with trembling hands, she found Alina's familiar handwriting, filling the pages with their extraordinary transformation and the life they had built together. Alina had documented their joys, their fears, and their deepest thoughts about the gift they had been given. As Anna read the final entry, written just weeks before Alina's passing, she felt a deep sense of peace wash over her. "My dearest Anna," it began, "if you're reading this, I've likely moved on to whatever comes next. Please don't mourn me too deeply, for I have lived a life beyond my wildest dreams. We were given an incredible gift all those years ago, a chance to live as our true selves and to create a family filled with love and understanding. I hope that in reading these pages, you'll remember not just the challenges we faced, but the joy we found in every day." Alina's final words were a comfort and a reminder of the incredible life they had shared. In the months that followed, Anna shared more of their story with Sarah and Maya. She didn't reveal everything. Some secrets were too sacred, but she helped them understand the depth of the bond she shared with their mother and the unique challenges they had faced together. To her surprise and joy, Sarah and Maya responded with love and acceptance. As Anna entered her twilight years, she found solace in the family they had created. She watched proudly as Sarah and Maya raised their own children with the same love and acceptance that had been the cornerstone of their upbringing. The legacy of Alina's life lived on, each every story, each every shared memory, and in the love they had all built together. This is where the story ends. I spend hours of effort creating these kinds of stories, so if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button and subscribe my Sissygram Genderbender Stories YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to comment on what you would do if you were in his place. I'm eagerly waiting for your comments, and I personally read all of them. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. And I'll see you in the next story in the next video. Take care and bye.